This lady disrespected Dakota Ditcheva like no one ever else.
It's no secret. Dakota's the golden child. Yeah, she's become kind of the face
What?
of the PFL. I know.
Overcommits to things, which will give me opportunities to, take advantage of it.
But what Dakota did after
is going to be unbelievable.
Beautiful knee.
was insane.
And goes immediately on the attack.
Ditcheva's in trouble.
And that does it.
This is fighting his art. Let me tell you the story. In August of 2024, Dakota had a fight that had the entire arena buzzing with anticipation. The main event was Dakota Ditcheva.
25 1/4 pounds, the 2023 PFL Europe flyweight champion tonight stands undefeated as a professional, holding
Versus Gina Bishop.
as a professional. She's nearly perfect.
Having eviscerated her rivals to win the PFL Europe title,
What to put away.
Dakota stepped up to face the toughest opponents and participated in the PFL American tournament. But what happened in this fight shocked everyone. Leading up to the matchup, she blasted through her rivals' baby factories.
Looked for a moment like she was going to be finished, but no quit. And this woman, another knee to the mid-sit. Asked her to stand back up. Onto the braces. More body shots. This one's
And left them wondering why shots to the body were not banned.
Be kind.
Those knees are brutal.
Oh, nasty combination. And the body.
Now making it to the semi-final of the tournament, the tall British Bulgarian crossed paths against the arrogant Gina Bishop, who forgot the Christian teachings on how to be humble and felt she could take advantage of the MMA newbie's weak wrestling.
Overcommits to things, which will give me opportunities to, take advantage of it.
And her opponent had an obvious jealousy for Dakota.
Dakota's the golden child. Yeah, she's become kind of the face
What?
of the PFL. I know.
It was a masterclass for the ages. From the onset of their fight, Dakota tested the waters from range.
Benefit is for Gina Bishop because she can hit the liver.
Dakota likes the straight right favorite target. And in recent fights,
Dropped back, gave up a little ground, and then loaded that left.
Then the cocky rival tried dominating Dakota in the grappling department.
Ditcheva does have one submission victory to her credit.
But Dakota, undeterred, tried to sneak in a triangle choke, but her opponent was wise to the danger.
Long limbs of Dakota are going to make it difficult for her. Now she's set up a triangle, but I don't think she's going to get...
Now, done with the play fighting, Dakota burst through Bishop's abdomen with sharp knees that immediately sent her crashing.
Is going to be unbelievable.
Looking to give her opponent a proper send-off, Dakota asked Bishop to stand up, only to follow up with a parade of blows that ended the fight.
And Ditcheva beckons Gina Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Ditcheva's in trouble.
And that does it.
Straight in the forehead. That puts her down again.
With her future opponent in the crowd, Dakota knew she had sent fear through their hearts, signaling them to shut up. The ferocity of the finish and the accuracy of her finishing punches sent a fear throughout the PFL flyweight division.
There's a big knee right up the middle into the knee, and then the second one right on her way in. A teep, and then a straight right hand that puts...
But despite being regarded by all to be the best female fighter outside of the UFC, Dakota still had doubters who questioned her ability to take on the very top dogs in women's MMA. So a showpiece with former UFC flyweight title challenger Taila Santos was set up, and this scary opponent was tipped to provide the toughest test of Ditcheva's career. The Brazilian Santos is a skilled grappler with impressive striking who had slightly missed out on the UFC flyweight belt after suffering a split decision loss to Valentina Shevchenko. Unsatisfied with the unfair losses, she crossed over to the PFL, winning 3 fights in a row, and now collided against Dakota in the final for the $1 million prize. Since the UFC is seen as the golden standard in MMA, victory over the former UFC title challenger will be a big indicator that Dakota would be able to defeat the UFC's toughest challengers. In the build-up to the fight, Santos unnaturally went the route of trash talk to intimidate Dakota.
She's commented on one of my posts before saying she wants Barbie's belt, which is a European belt for a start, so she can't have it.
She taunted Dakota by putting lipstick on, and the Brazilian boasted to be a more well-rounded fighter.
We'll see. I just think I'm more complete than Dakota, and we might see that in the fight if she does win.
And at the face-offs, the massive egos of the ladies was evident, both equally confident. It was a classic case of youth versus experience. The undefeated Ditcheva, with a 13-0 record, stepped up to test the waters against Santos with 22 wins and 3 close losses. From her walkout, Ditcheva looked relaxed in the biggest fight of her life. She danced her way to the cage as a pocket of fans from the UK cheered the Manchester fighter. Ditcheva didn't waste time unleashing her long, powerful legs.
I'm interested to see if she tries to take down.
The British Bulgarian proved to be too strong in the grappling department.
Santos trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhook.
She reversed her opponent.
These double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job.
And on the feet, her signature front kick found a home on Santos's face.
Santos moves forward.
She outclassed the now depressed Brazilian, bringing loud cheers from the crowd.
Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry from Ditcheva.
Every attempt by Santos was rewarded with brutal counter shots.
$170 swag bundle for free.
She sneaks out of the sideline. Nice elbow.
She blasted her rival against the fence.
The nose.
And Dakota uncorked hard shots against the former UFC title challenger like never before.
Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a couple. Santos is hurt. About reaching down.
With seconds to go in the round, a thudding knee and flurry of body shots turned her insides to dust, and saving Santos was in the hands of the referee, crowning Ditcheva Britain's first female MMA world champion.
For sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Here's the replay.
Just brutal. Punches against Chelsea Hackett and Lisa Malden. Hook to the body, knee to the solar plexus.
Dakota celebrated by putting lipstick on in the center of the octagon before embracing her team, including her mother and former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howarth, and roaring with joy. And she credits her mother for her monstrous power. Winning the $1 million check, fans and pundits are already describing Ditcheva as being among the world's best, with the Briton also becoming the PFL's youngest ever champion at 26. Her 13 finishes, 12 of them knockouts, make for a glittering resume, and she has all the attributes to flourish at the very top of the sport.
They've been talking, she's been saying she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your round 2, so shut up.
In December of 2023, when Dakota fought for the first title of her career, the opponent standing in her way was the Italian Valentina Scatizzi, who felt Dakota was untested.
But she is good opponent, but maybe she never fought with someone like me, so I won't just fight.
In the first round, like many of Dakota's opponents, Scatizzi pressured Ditcheva and attempted to close the distance.
Make it there. Oh, lovely front kick. Score. Beautiful.
This is good pressure, though, from Scatizzi. She's got to get around these legs. Oh.
But she played into Ditcheva's trap.
Here from Dakota, nice knee to the head as well.
Nice tricky knee there from Dakota.
Ditcheva recalled her Muay Thai training in the clinch and launched hard knees.
Trying to drag Valentina Scatizzi. Oh, nice right hand. Drives it straight through. Beautiful from Dakota. Beautiful punch.
The brutal knees resulted in Scatizzi's left eye swelling up grotesquely and blocking out her vision. That was enough for the ringside physician to call off the fight.
Your winner via TKO on medical advice due to the fighter being unable to continue.
Summing up the years of hard work in the gym, Ditcheva celebrated by dancing around the cage before being presented with her belt and a $100,000 prize. With the victory, her popularity in the MMA scene increased, and she was now ranked by MMA fans to be among the top 5 pound-for-pound female fighters. Fighting in her hometown, Ditcheva faced Hasna Jabber, performing in front of Mum. Her overconfident rival swung for the fences.
Ditcheva switching stances.
And 8 counter strikes for her efforts.
Outside.
Dakota's front kick sent Jaber crashing to the canvas.
Up and rip there from Dakota. Push kick drops, has the Jaber.
And what followed was brutal knees to the midsection that made her clutch her ovaries.
Jaber looking out of her element here. She's hurt to the body, that's it. In the body. Just well placed. Right to the gut. You see Hasna feel that. She's looking at the ref. She says she wants out. She's like, I'm good. Yeah.
Dakota returned 3 months later against Catherine Corrigines. Not forgetting her pre-fight ritual, Dakota blew a kiss to start another masterclass.
Ditcheva!
Ditcheva managed the distance expertly.
Back to the southpaw.
Unfazed by the heat, Dakota stayed in the fire exchanging hard shots.
Gina.
Her counter-striking was on point.
Debut featured a lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh, right hand.
And she punished Corrigines for every attempt at wrestling.
As well, now trying to push the arm, and she will land knees with the quickness. So on her last
Hammer fists rained down on her adversary.
Dakota did a good job of getting that shin pin there.
With seconds to go in the round, Ditcheva pressed forward and unleashed a big right hand that cracked Corrigines on the jaw and sent her to the canvas in a heap. Another punch followed, but the fight was already over.
The club and a right hand.
See that right hand straight away. He tells me how much power's in that right hand every session, and I'm starting to believe it myself.
The vicious knockout announced to her future opponents that Dangerous poses an immense danger. If you liked this video and would love to see more of Dakota Ditcheva, then subscribe and check out other videos on this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.